What is up, guys? Welcome to RollPlay R&D. I have no fucking idea what week this is, but we're live, and that's all I care about.
Yeah.
It's time to find out what everyone's been up to. We're going to go straight to you because of that haircut.
Obviously, since last night where we debuted RollPlay Swan Song, I have, I left immediately afterwards. I got in the car. I drove to the barber, and she crafted this wonderful piece of hair for approximately the next 18 hours. Worked on it, took a nap, and here I am, ready for another roleplay. So, I mean, my ass is a little sore from sitting in the chair for so long, but yeah, that's the things that must be done in order to
see. Your ass gets sore. My mind just kind of like starts blending characters together, so I have no idea. I know my character has a tentacle. I don't know what accent
your character has a
southern
accent.
Amelia.
Amelia is your character. I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know what my character is, though. All my
characters
characters just blend together. Probably because they're all the same, right?
Good luck.
Is that what chat would say? There you go, chat. I did that for you. Hope you're happy.
So, yep. Refreshed myself, as someone said, who is that child playing Amelia? So I literally got rid of 5 years.
Right. Man, that plus the lack of the beard wheat, and you look pretty fresh faced there.
I know.
I wish all I had to do was like shave my hair off, and then I just immediately look younger.
You haven't tried it yet.
You haven't tried?
I have tried it, Jesse. I have.
I think, yeah.
Oh, shit.
It might work.
There you go.
There's only one way to find out.
Jesse, let's have some beard talk, all right? We need to have some beard talk. You ready?
Yes.
I didn't know our beards were going to speak to each other.
Yes, fellow real man. Yes. What was that?
Jesse, do you cut your own beard, or do you have someone cut it for you?
No. What? I did learn today, though. I was talking with my parents, and someone on the internet asked them if they could buy me one thing, what would they get me? And they said a stylist who could trim his hair and beard.
Oh,
so I think they want that to happen, but that doesn't exist.
So this is all on you. This is all Jesse right here.
Yeah, this is
you did a good job, man. That's pretty impressive. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I have no idea what to fucking do with this thing.
I own 2 separate different razors, sir.
Really?
You gotta spend money to make money, baby.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, we're done. That's it.
We're done. Jesse, what have you been up to, man?
Oh man, my parents are in town this week. Well, they leave at 4 a.m. tomorrow, so that'll be fun. But yeah, they came in for the 4th and have been here for how many days has it been?
Have you been counting
long
the
enough?
days?
And I love them dearly, but it's time for them to go home.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's that. So my week has been filled with traveling around LA, showing off things, and then trying to get any work I can when I can.
What do you show them in LA? You're like, hey, look at this pile of garbage.
Oh, they love to just look out the window. They're like, oh, look at the beach. It's beautiful. You have
to drive like an hour or more to go to the beach.
I swear to God, my parents love the smallest thing. It's small. They found last time they were here, they found out that outside one of the museums, I think it's the art museum, is a banh mi truck. And they go to the art museum just to go get banh mi at that truck because it's their favorite banh mi truck. There's no other reason. And they will just go there. They're like, we're going to go to the banh mi truck today. I'm like, all right, sure.
That is a good reason. Banh mi is amazing.
It is.
That's their thing. They love it. So they're easy to please. Unless it comes to my apartment. The first day they got here, they moved everything. They moved all my furniture and rearranged it. They're like, it looks better this way.
Parents will do that.
Over here.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, no, of course it will.
Yeah, just move my TV and my couch.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm glad you could join us again. Maggie, what about you? What have you been up to?
Oh, man. I went to Anime Expo. It was awesome and lots of fun. And now I'm back to work again. So that's pretty much what's been up with me.
What did you do? What did
I do?
Yeah, well, because, I mean, I've been to PAXs and E3s and fucking Comic-Cons even, but Anime Expo I've never been.
Never ventured?
Yeah, so Anime Expo, like, anime cons are really... They're similar to gaming conventions, but it's a little bit different. You're going there to see like the writers or the producers or the directors that have helped create the shows that you love seeing. And I'm going there particularly because I'm working for Anime 3000. You can check out all their stuff, anime3000.com. And they send me out there to interview producers, directors, voice actors, people like that, just random people who are walking around. And we just cut up footage of that. And
is there are there? I mean, there's panels, right?
Oh yeah, there's
do
tons of panels.
Do they debut anime there?
They do. So
okay.
They did a lot of premieres for dubs. I'm not really a big dub person, and a lot of the dubs that they
dubs,
dude. What the fuck?
A lot of the dubs that they were premiering, I had already seen, so the only one I really wish that I would have gone to was the Kill la Kill, because the singer was going to be there, not because I wanted to watch the dub version, but because the singer was going to be there, and she did like an open stage thing that I missed, but I had something else going on at the same time, so I missed that. But they did premiere SAO 2, SAO, which is Sword Art Online, the first episode of season 2, which was pretty awesome. But they played 3 of the old seasons before, but it was like dubbed versions, and they were all sad ones. I was like crying before they even got to it. It's like, and now JP's like hooked on the show too.
Oh, I finished season 1.
About it.
The second half of season 1 is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in anime.
Yo, JP,
what's up?
Yo, high five, dude.
What's that?
Dude.
He's coming to the anime.
Dude,
anime world.
I've watched anime before.
SAO, like the first half
it's incredible.
Is really good.
Well, it's not
and
incredible,
then it just
but
sort
good.
of like,
I believe,
yeah.
I believe you're talking about all anime ever is what you're referring to. I'm a firm believer. I'm not a massive anime fan, but I would say almost all, except for like 2 that I have watched, or more importantly, been forced to watch.
Damn.
And that way, the first half of it is like, this is really great. And then the last half is worst thing you've ever seen.
There's a few.
There's a few that are good.
Where the end is really good and the beginning is really bad.
I think Gurren Lagann is good,
knows.
like all the way through.
You mean there are some animes with a good half?
Oh,
look, I'm more on his side. I'm more on his side. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn.
Yo, man.
Well, I'm a huge anime fan. So for me, Anime Expo was fantastic. There are also a ton of venues there that sell really cool stuff, and it's kind of like a geeky con too, because there's a lot of gamers there. I think I saw at least half the people running around with Nintendo DS, tons of cosplay, a lot of gaming cosplay.
What was the best cosplay you saw?
The best one. I would probably have to say that this chick who did it, Maleficent, was amazing.
Ooh.
She did such a great job with her. And I saw a really, really good Kill la Kill Ryuku as well, who just spot on did it perfectly and had the body for it. So I think those are probably the 2 best. There's a lot of amazing cosplay that I probably didn't even see. So, yeah.
That's why I would go. I appreciate good cosplay. Wink. See you there.
I've heard that about you, Jesse.
Love good cosplay. Love it.
Oh, Jesse.
Certain aspects of it are my favorite.
They spend so much. Some of them spend so much time, and there's other people who like procrastinate up to the last minute. And then, like this, the one girl that I know, she like didn't have her staff ready, and then I saw her like putting it together the night before, and then the next day she has it like fully done. I'm like, I would never have guessed that what you were working on before ended up looking like that. It was just, they do some amazing work, and
still,
yeah. So, good job to you guys. Yeah. I'm trying to get into more cosplaying stuff, but I just don't have the time. So it takes me forever. It takes me like a year to make one thing.
Jesse, you look like you want to talk.
No. I immediately.
You didn't make your cosplay though, Jesse, did you? You had
no. I didn't. That was I have good friends in the industry who made that for me. Thank God. No, I was thinking back to our little meeting when you were in cosplay. That's all. And you fed me grapes.
Yeah. And I fed you grapes. That's true. All.
That's a defining moment in Jesse's life.
Really, it is. That has been one of my life goals: is to lay on a couch, wear a crown, and be fed grapes since I was like 6. I think that's.
There you go.
Really, I think I saw a Roman movie and was like, why can't I have
to return the favor? I need to be the one laying on the couch, and you need to feed me grapes.
Sure.
In the same costume that you wore.
Right? Yeah, you have to wear my costume.
Mm-hmm. Done.
Oh, God. All right, great. Steven, has anything happened in the past 12 hours Are you still the same person? Are we good?
I don't think I mentioned last night that I've been doing some shows on my own. Like I'm doing a YouTube show now called A Designer Plays, where I play through a game and I talk about it from a design perspective. And I've got 2 episodes of that on YouTube now, and it's it seems like some people find it interesting. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, you should check it out. Other than that, I realized this morning that at the end of today's show, we're going till like midnight, right?
Midnight's the cutoff. Yeah, no longer than midnight.
So at the end, I think I'll have an interesting announcement that I just realized this morning. So stay tuned.
You have to wait till tomorrow, though.
Yes, you have to wait till tomorrow.
Interesting.
And that's it. Other than that, I haven't been up to too much.
Cool. Well, let's just start with the question. Steven, what did I get when I leveled up?
What did you oh god.
Did I fuck it up or something like that?
You bought a new ability, right?
Yeah.
I forget which ability it was.
It was like thrust punch or
thrust. You bought thrust.
Yeah.
But the problem is, JP, you have the needs no weapon focus, but as a glaive, you haven't yet purchased the ability no weapon needed. Oh. And so, as such, you don't get that extra +2 to your attacks with unarmed attacks.
Well, can I go back and not take thrust and take needs no weapon?
Yes.
Or
Let's see. No need for weapons. That's what it is. When you make an unarmed attack, that upgrades it from a light weapon to a medium weapon, which basically makes it do 4 damage, but you don't get an asset for attacking with it. And then you get your +2 for having the focus needs no weapon, which puts it up to 6 damage. And then later you could thrust and do 7 damage with it.
Okay. So my attack is 6 damage, and the second roll is 4 speed damage if it hits.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about. Thrust. And now your tentacle is a medium weapon, not a light weapon.
Beautiful.
It's definitely a medium style tentacle.
Great. I'm very excited about that. Do I get anything else for leveling up, or only what I choose? It's only what I choose, right?
You haven't leveled up yet. Right. Leveling up in Numenera is a very sort of piecemeal process. There's 4 things that you need to buy. Once you've bought all 4 of them, you are considered as leveled up. But it's not like you hit a point and then you gain a bunch of new stuff. It's like you gain a little bit of new stuff pretty regularly, and then at some point you've gained enough new stuff that we stop calling you Tier 1 and we start calling you Tier 2. That's all.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. That's all. I'm done. No more questions. We can play.
Awesome. Does anybody remember what happened last time? I remember. It was exciting. You guys destroyed an alien race.
It did. Yes.
Did we?
That's exactly how I remember it.
I guess we did.
I remember Maggie got owned a little bit.
Yes, Maggie got owned and got like no XP for it. So this time I've got my trusty tracking sheet. I'm going to give you all intrusions. It's going to be great.
Great.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's do it.
So where did we end up last time? Because I recall that we got trampled by a thing, or almost trampled.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Away.
We like ended right there. Like I killed one, I like ran one through, then we stopped.
Yes.
All right. So how much time has passed? What's happened since last time?
So you guys, roamed around in the halls of the grueling mentats for a while, and they seemed incredibly interested in having AAA join them as a grueling mentat. And then when they leapt to attack AAA. You guys sort of swung into high gear, knocked I think it was it you, Pocket, who knocked the power coupling? Oh, you didn't knock it out. You actually
I got electrocuted
used tools to
That's right.
Open up a panel. You got electrocuted, blasted across the room. You disrupted the hive mind of the grueling mentats. You went upstairs. It was AAA who phase shifted himself, walked through the walls upstairs into the room with the spinning vortex of electricity stuff. That exploded into some sort of extra dimensional elemental lightning creature that just stood around and blew AAA up with electricity for a couple rounds. That was fun. And then you guys got out of the monolith that the grueling mentats were in. and you decided.
But we took the manipulators.
Yeah,
the
you
lattice
grabbed a couple
manipulators.
ether lattice manipulators from around that same sort of energy sphere as it destabilized, and you started to head back to Jericho's Ridge to meet back with Nicodemus, who has asked you to go collect this stuff for him. On the way back, one of you, I forget who it was, found a herd of Griffalo, which you guys was it? I think it was Amelia.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, Amelia found a herd of Griffalos, and all of a sudden you guys were like, "Hey, let's hunt some Griffalos. It'll be fun, you guys. It'll be really easy."
Well, we
We'll
saw
hunt some."
one that was weak, and we were trying to get that one.
Yeah, you were trying to get the weakened Griffalo, and then how did you approach them, Amelia?
Didn't you jump or something?
There was jumping away. There was a lot of jumping away because you purchased the new jump skill, right?
Yes, far step. I did, and I tried to sneak up, and then I believe what happened is I mind blasted the ground.
Yes,
I onslaughted the ground, and that caused them to.
That caused a stampede in your direction.
Yes, yes.
And you managed to kill one of the Griffalo, I think. I think Bleen did. He just like stuck out his tentacle and ran one through or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I dodged all the damage somehow. I think I just rolled really well, and then.
Yeah. Did you loot the Griffalo?
I think we did, because that's why we were getting food from it. Oh, yeah, and I also got that unpleasant magical device from its.
Oh yeah. You found that device
that's
like always making an annoying music.
Yep.
Yes. We now have 5 days of rations. Is what we got out of it total.
Oh,
excellent. Each of you got 5 days of rations.
Yes, we have
like a large slab of meat that you smoked, and now you have a lot of smoked meat to bring with you.
Dope.
Excellent. So the sun is setting now here on the plains of Navarine, and you know that these areas tend to be frequented by wild beasts. You're out of the Ironwind corridor, so you're no longer in any danger of an Ironwind sweeping by and, turning your bones into steel or, your flesh into gazelle legs.
I mean, I'd probably welcome both those, but okay.
You would.
But you do know that there are a number of predatory animals that tend to roam the plains at night. What are you going to plan on doing for camping?
What are we planning to do for the camping?
Yeah.
As in, like, will we have someone
watching or setting? Yeah. Like, how do we set it up? Is that what you're?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take turns staying up.
Are you looking for a specific location? Are you preparing the campsite in any way? Do you actually have camping equipment with you?
I don't have camping equipment with me.
I mean, I wouldn't have it on my character, really.
Sleeping out under the stars.
Yeah.
I don't.
Do we see any?
Do we need tongs?
Like trees or giant leaves or a cave?
I have a Griffalo hide that I can use as a tarp.
A Griffalo hide.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Don't you have the ability to manipulate flesh? Does it have to be living flesh? Can we take the Griffalo that we have and can we make a tent out of his flesh?
Turn the Griffalo into a tent.
I've seen Star Wars. I know we can do this.
No, I don't have.
I think shaped flesh strangely only affects the claws and teeth. It's more like
it only
shaped chitin and bone.
That's Maggie's character.
Yeah.
Can do that.
Yeah. But
it's called sculpt flesh,
looking around, there are a couple trees nearby. At the tops of hills. They look fairly normal. They look like the sort of thing where you could set up a decent sort of shelter underneath them just to get out of, the most obvious rainfall or something like that.
I think that makes sense.
Can I use, since a full day has not passed since last we adventured? Yes, like
correct
game time. Can I use my identifying skill to discover the best tree? Because I'm telling you, there's gonna be monsters and stuff up there, guys. And they're gonna eat us. I'm not getting eaten.
Can we sleep in the tree?
Your identifying skill?
Look, I don't know. I have no descriptor for that. It just says identifying skill.
I think that's kind of like identifying machinery or Numenera devices or things like that. If you had some kind of survivalism skill, then I'd let you use that. You could try to just
chill in the tree.
Yeah, you can make an
find
intellect
a
roll
tree
to see if
trunk
there's something
that we can just like lay on.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys do that. You guys go explore the trees. I will stay firmly on the ground and let you go. Enjoy.
So the closest tree is probably like 60 feet off. It's not super far away or anything.
And you said it was on a hill?
Yeah, it's up a hill a little ways.
Okay. I mean, I'll walk up there and check it out and kind of survey the area and see if I feel like it's a safe spot. And whatever roll I need to make, I'll make it.
Cool. You head up the hill to the top where there's this tree, and you sort of survey the circumference. It looks like a very normal tree. There's a couple of low-hanging branches you could very easily climb up and get up into the tree. There even look like a couple of spots where, you could string something up between two branches, or you could sort of wedge yourself against the tree trunk and sleep up in the tree.
Okay. When I look around the sort of the hilltop,
yeah,
is this do I feel like this is a good defensive place for us to camp?
I mean, it's accessible from any direction, so it's not like it's a hyper defensive position. But since you're on higher ground, you'll get an advantage as a result of that. You do notice off in the
tree,
distance.
Amelia? Are you like in the tree?
No, I didn't climb.
You're just on the hill. Okay. You do notice in the distance, through the rays of the setting sun, you can just see the large rocky monoliths off to your west, and you see the herd of Griffalo sort of running across your vision, and then they take a sharp turn and run back the direction that they came.
Oh, okay.
And that's all that you notice. It seems like a fine spot to set up a camp for the night.
I think we set up camp right here.
Okay. Are any of you lighting
the tree?
Yeah.
Yeah. To see what I see when I climb it.
Give me a very easy might roll.
One.
I'm the queen of one, so there's a possibility.
Oh, yeah. You make it up the tree without any difficulties at all. You even find like a nice, like large and flat branch that you can sort of nestle yourself down into and like
Sweet.
wedge your shoulders in up against the trunk of the tree.
Do I see anything?
There's nothing unusual on the horizon. There are a couple birds wheeling in the sky. From far, far across the plains, you maybe hear the cry of a Z drake, but it's miles and miles and miles away.
Okay.
So is anybody making a fire? Are you setting watches?
Do we know that if we were to set a fire, is that going to attract or repel, or a little of both?
Give me an easy intellect roll. And do you have any skills that would tell you information about predatory animals or this region?
Probably not. I'm just gonna roll.
All right. Bleen Man, you have no idea if fire.
Do I even know how to start a fire with two?
Yeah, I'm not convinced you understand what fire is.
Okay. I just know that this blankie on my tentacle is really warm.
Yeah, you don't need a fire anyway. You're
seeing the quizzical look on Bleen's face. Can I make the roll to see?
Yeah, absolutely. No. Okay, Amelia. The kind of predators that live on these plains would likely be repelled by a fire.
It's okay, Bleen. We'll build a fire.
Yeah. Great. So tell me your watches. Who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Pocket doesn't, as the fire starts, doesn't even bother and falls asleep right away, completely ignoring everyone else.
Pocket is not taking a watch.
Nope.
Bleen.
Well, I'll take second. I guess whatever. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, and AAA. I guess your third watch.
Yeah, I'll third watch. I'll like wind down.
Cool. So you guys settle in for the night.
Wouldn't it be wouldn't it be the opposite of that?
I don't
know. Yeah, it'd be that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. The opposite sound. It's okay. We got this.
Amelia, describe for me like what you spend your time doing as your friends, trundle off to sleep or power down or whatever it is they do.
You mean besides watching Pocket sleep?
Yes.
Okay.
I snore loudly and often.
Through
the night.
I think that Amelia just sort of thinks about the components that she gathered, the Gruffalo bile and the Sesky amidalia and the adrenal glands, and of course the possibility of finding maybe that one piece of technology, or I could possibly build it that would turn me. So that is just sort of what I'm thinking about. Maybe even examining some of the contents that I've gathered.
Yeah. Let's see. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about exactly what this entails. Materials, time. Yeah, it'll take you about a week to craft all of these chemicals into the proper components. I think we decided that it was, it's a level 5 item. So I said that you had, you have Griffalo bile, a Sesky amygdala, and 3 mentat adrenal glands.
And I thought you said I would need a few other things.
Yes.
Can I figure that out from what I need?
Yeah, you know what? Give me an intellect roll.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's good enough for you to know. So, one of the components that you're going to need to buy is it's aqua regia, which is an alchemical component. You can just buy it from a store. It's very easy to find and easy to come by.
Okay.
And it's basically just a solvent that the other chemicals get suspended in. And then the second one that you need is what could this be? It's a decanting of a specific kind of fruit that only grows in the Black Riage, which is a mountain range to the far east.
Grows in the black what?
The Black Riage, Riage.
Okay.
Like ridge, but misspelled.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And the fruit itself is called petals.
Like PETALS or
PEDLES.
PEEDL.
Like pedal.
Petals.
But misspelled.
Petals. And they're kind of low ground growing little like golden globes that are filled with sweet nectar. And when you decant them, they become a powerful chemical component.
Do I need any tool to do that, to decant them?
To actually assemble the whole concoction, you are going to need some kind of, an alchemist's set, some kind of alembic and retort and Bunsen burner and whatnot.
Great.
And do you have any tools or anything like that with you?
Well, I mean, I have my sword.
Okay.
I have tools.
You don't have like a toolkit or anything like that?
I don't at this point. But
Okay.
I mean, Pocket's asleep, so I have tools.
What kind of tools do you have, Pocket?
I have, let me tell you about my amazing tools. I have a bag of light tools, which includes small tongs, pliers, a screwdriver, a small hammer, small pry bar, lock picks, 10 feet of string, 3 feet of wire, and assorted screws and nails.
Nice.
Unfortunately, these are not the kind of tools that would help you out specifically in this circumstance, Amelia. Okay.
But he does have string.
That's true.
Yes. And maybe tying together the boots of Bleen wouldn't be a terrible idea while he was sleeping.
You're absolutely right, Amelia.
Yeah. I mean, I'm impulsive and the string is sort of enticing me. I'm totally doing it.
Okay. So you're going to have to make a speed test.
Okay.
To
I'm ready to
sneak
make
the
it.
string out of Pocket's bag.
Okay.
And then a second speed test to tie it around the boots of Blaine.
I'm going in.
Can't wait to see you fail this.
18.
Oh my god.
Hey,
You just
man.
like reach in and just like come out with a loop of string.
You only
No
get
problems.
one. Everybody gets one, Wheat.
I was just staring at Pocket the whole time that I did that, and then I sneak over to Bleen. It's kind of I get second thoughts because I see his tentacle like shudder every once in a while, you know? And I go in for the boots.
Oh, my god.
Shit!
That's too awesome.
Oh my god. Okay, that's great.
You just wasted your good crit on tying.
You tie Bleen's boots together, but you use a very clever knot that you just invented yourself, Amelia. It's a knot where any movement in the string actually draws the loop together. So when he wakes up and he starts moving around, he's not likely to notice that his boots are tied together, because as he moves, at first he'll be completely unrestricted. And then as the string tightens because of the movement, he'll get tighter and tighter until he's unable to separate his feet at all.
And monster attack.
I don't know why you guys would think that. Okay. Amelia, you get pretty tired. You wake up Bleen. Bleen, go ahead and give me an intellect roll to see if you notice the string around your shoes.
All right. 16.
You do not.
Oh,
Damn, must have been like a legendary task to notice that my shoes were tied.
I invented the knot. Okay, I mean,
You woke up, you're a
crit.
little drowsy, you're
Inventor.
not
No,
paying attention to
I'm-
your feet.
that-
It's not
I
the
get
first
it.
thing you're looking at.
Guys, I'm not arguing. I get it.
I'm adding that to my notes. Inventor of knots.
Oh, nice.
The
You're just
Braxton
gonna keep
knot.
adding on to your title.
The Braxton knot, yeah.
The
Yep,
Braxton knot.
Practice.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
So Amelia, you're free to go to sleep, and Bleen, you're free to move around camp and do whatever you want.
Okay. What do I see like on the horizon? Do I see any movement or like is like are there moons? Do we have a moon?
There is a moon. It's Earth's moon. It's a little bit smaller because it's a little bit further away, and it reflects green instead of white.
Okay.
And so, by the green light of the moon, you can see across the plains. There are a couple black shapes sort of moving around. Off to the east, you see like 3 or 4 of them, but they're actually like, 500 meters away, 1,000 meters away, something, quite distant. They don't seem terribly interested in your camp. They're just sort of moving tangentially to you.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me an intellect roll to see what else you spot.
12.
Not bad. On the horizon to the west, you see another black shape moving across the horizon, and it looks actually like almost like a hole in the earth that is moving across the ground. It doesn't even look like there's anything there. It looks more like there's a hole in your vision that's actually represented in the world itself rather than overlaid over what you're seeing.
What I scratch my eyes to make sure that there's not something in them and look back. Is it still the same image?
Yeah, you still see it. It's still, it's like, 1,500 meters away, quite distant. It's actually moving towards you, strangely enough.
Have I ever seen or encountered anything like this?
I don't think so.
Okay. What is the structure of our camp? We have a fire set up in the center, then people are lying down.
Well,
to
it
the side
sounded
of
like AAA was climbing up and sleeping in the trees. Pocket, are you on the ground or in the trees?
I am up in the trees with the rest of the people, the smart people.
Amelia, are you up in the tree or on the ground?
I don't know. I mean, were we all sleeping in the tree originally? Like,
Sounds like a bunch of you
went
were.
up in the tree and
I
first.
I probably am just sleeping on the ground.
All right. So maybe Bleen and Amelia were sleeping on the ground and the other 2 were in the tree.
I wanted to see Bleen fall.
Do I have cause for alarm? Like, does this look like it could be, like, I guess what I'm asking is for you to tell me how I react to this thing. Should I be worried about this, or?
I mean, you don't really know. You can't get a good sight of what it is, especially with like the firelight glaring in your eye. You could try to move out into the darkness just a little bit or put your back to the fire so that you don't have that glare. You might be able to get a clearer glimpse of what it is.
Yeah, I'll do whatever is possible to try to get a better look at what I'm seeing.
Okay. So you step away from the fire a little bit. Take 1 XP and give 1 to someone else.
I gotta give my friend Amelia Braxton some XP because she did a good job on her watch. From what I can tell.
Wow.
That's true.
And
your foot catches on something on the ground, and you go stumbling and plunging down the side of the hill, rolling on the way down. Make a might defense check.
Okay.
Fairly easy, but
can I use muscles of might here for a 1? Or wait, you said it's fairly easy?
Yeah.
Actually, I just want to nail this. Can I use muscles of iron for a -1 difficulty reduction? It's enabler except for attacks. Okay.
Yeah, you just spend 1 might in order to activate muscles of iron, and then
yeah, it's 2 might, but yeah. Although I have 1 edge, is it only 1?
Yeah. So it only costs you 1.
Okay, cool. I use that.
Oh my god!
Okay. Wow. You fall and you take 3 damage from falling and hitting your head on a rock, and then you feel a heavy weight jump on you.
Is that from might?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all damage comes from might first. You feel a heavy weight jump on you and then bite the shit out of your neck.
Vampires.
I react as quickly as possible and just stab this thing with my tentacle, I guess.
Do you shout
Awesome.
something? Because that'd be helpful for the rest of us. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Roll a speed test for initiative.
Okay. 11.
Okay. So you are going second. And do you shout when you get bitten, or are you just like stoically muscling through it?
I mean, it's not like a shout for help. It's more like, oh my god, this thing just fucking bit me. This hurts like a motherfucker. I'm screaming right now.
Yeah. So you guys all hear the shout. It's not. I'm not gonna make you roll to see if you hear the shout or anything like that. And you see just like down the side of the hill a ways, Bleen is on the ground with a pale humanoid creature crouched over him, savaging his neck with a vicious bite.
All right.
How far away?
Can I reach it with
we'll
my
have
whip
the rest
from
of
the
you
tree?
roll initiative once this round of combat is over. So this creature, Bleen, it rears up off of you, and it says, "We will kill you. We will kill you." And it has skin where its eyes should be. It's got a slash of red paint across its face, and it's one of the grueling mentats from earlier. And it seems like it's been following you all this way. And it's just like biting at your arms as you flail to defend yourself.
Bleen, you predicted this. Wasn't that you?
Did I?
Yeah. Remember?
I don't recall. I don't think that happened.
Yeah, I think so. I think when you tried to convince Pocket that he shouldn't blow up the thing.
I don't remember that.
This.
I don't remember that conversation.
We'll have
it
chat
did not happen.
We'll have chat confirm in a sec. It's okay.
So
they don't remember either.
Bleen, would you make your speed defense against this creature? And these creatures are level 4, so your target number is a 12.
Can I use 1 effort here?
Yeah. So you're going to need to spend 3 from your speed pool in order to increase or to decrease the difficulty.
So I have 1 edge. Is it only 2?
You have 1 edge in speed?
Yes.
Yeah. Then it's only 2.
Okay. Sorry, I've already lost like 6 points in a matter of 2 seconds tonight. So hold on 1 second.
I like how people are saying, "I confirm, I don't remember."
You're like Brazil.
Yeah. I'm not that bad yet, Jesse. I'm not that bad. All right, I'm rolling my speed test. 17.
Oh yeah, you like dodge off to the side, and you have no problem. Even though, for whatever reason, like your feet keep tripping you up. Like it seems like this dodge is much harder than it should have been because your feet aren't working the way you're expecting them to. So it's your turn. What are you gonna do, Bleen?
Stab this
it with your
fucking
your
asshole
tentacle.
right through the heart. Yeah.
Awesome. Make an attack.
I feel like there's something else. Okay, I'd like to use 1 effort as well.
In order to increase the damage you deal?
No, in order to reduce
to make it easier to hit.
Yeah,
Okay,
make it easier to hit.
Yeah.
Can I do that and then use Surging Confidence or no?
What does Surging Confidence do? You gives you another
first
action.
recovery action immediately gives another action enabler.
No, your Surging Confidence is going to be like you spend that as your action to recover and then take another action. So basically, you could recover first and then make an attack.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
So that's a
go
1d6
ahead, recover 1d6 plus 1.
Okay. Fucking god damn it.
You regain 2 points to whichever pool you want.
They're going to might.
And then you get to make an attack.
Better to roll you 1 there, man.
So it's +2 to might, +1 because I'm using effort and I have 1 edge, right? So I'm losing 1 might for this attack to reduce the difficulty? Okay.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. D20, do I get any pluses on that or no?
No.
God damn it.
Okay, you stab out with your tentacle and this grueling mentat like leaps off of you and scurries around to the back of you and hisses at you. And now the rest of you are fully awake and aware of what's happening. So please all of you roll speed tests for your initiative. Ooh.
12.
Wow. So...
Get your 1s out there. That's only initiative, right?
Yeah.
Just keeping, the 1s thing going.
Okay, Amelia, Pocket, and AAA, you get to act immediately right now. What would you like to do?
What is the range of this creature?
It's probably like 30 feet away. It's within a short range. Or
Can we see it?
Yeah, it's within a short range.
Okay.
Yes, you can see the creature. It's just down the hill. So if you're up in the tree, it's very easy to see. If you're on the hill, it might be like slightly covered.
I'm going to blast the shit out of it.
Yeah,
cool.
I would like to fire my bow if the blast doesn't work.
Okay. So go ahead, Amelia. Blast away.
9.
That is not sufficient. The darkness and the size of the creature have confounded you, and your blast flies wide. You see a bit of turf fly up from beyond the light of the fire. Pocket, you said you wanted to fire your bow?
Yeah, I would. I would like to fire my bow.
Now, they are in darkness. Okay.
You guys are just the fucking worst.
It's dark up here. It's dark.
Arrow burrows itself into the turf right next to your head, Bleen.
Great.
AAA.
Okay, I'm
Pull
going
us
to
out
make
of
this
this, man.
really weird noise
Yeah.
to try to get some of the creatures that live in the trees to come out and help me. And then I'm going to take my whip and I'm going to try to whip the guy. And I'm going to also whistle at Chomper to assist.
Okay, so Chomper can move up, and that's all he can do because it's a short distance away from Chomper. What is this summoning of creatures that you're doing?
I'm not summoning them. Well, so the thing that, if you look back at the description of my character, I can, creatures kind of, hang around on me and stuff.
Yes.
So I'm going to try to get some of, the tree creatures to come out and, help intimidate. So he can see, just eyes in the trees around him.
So what are you doing? You're trying to intimidate something?
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
And is there, your character communicates with animals, right? Or commands beasts.
Yeah, commands beasts.
Controls beasts.
Controls beasts.
Wow, give me an intellect roll. I'm going to say it's a medium difficulty intellect roll to see if you can command the beasts around you in order to gain an advantage on your intimidation.
Let's not roll a 1. Oh my gosh!
Unfortunately, in the activity of the nighttime, it seems like the beasts of the forest are not responding right now. So your intimidation is going to have to be only on your own merits.
Okay. Can I roll for the whip then, or does that count as my...
So you're still up in the tree, right?
Yeah.
So the creature is probably at least 10 feet below you and then 30 feet down the hillside. So you're not close enough to whip it.
Okay, I thought you were saying it was close range because the whip is close. All right, then I jump down off the tree, get my way down there, and try to make as far as I can to get as close as I can.
Are you going to try to move all the way there in one move?
Probably not all the way there, but close enough.
I mean, you could try it with a speed test.
I don't want to be like in his face, so I'll just get as close as I can.
I'll let you carefully make your way down the tree and then get, halfway down the hill to him. That's no problem. Okay, cool. So the Mentat sort of like leaps back onto you from behind, Bleen, grabbing you at the same time and biting into your shoulder. Again, make a speed test to avoid.
Fucking.
All right, so
can't hit me unless I'm doing damage to myself.
Once again, like even though your feet are tied together, you have no problem avoiding this thing's attacks. You just like elbow him in the face and knock his teeth a little bit, and he hisses in your ear and he says, "You taste so good." And it's your turn to strike back.
Yeah, I'm just. He's on my back.
He's right behind you. You're sort of like prone on the ground, and he's sort of like
now
I
remember what I was going to do. Okay.
Yeah.
As I look around, or as I saw him in front of me, did he have any pieces of metal on him?
No.
Doesn't he have that metal thingamajig in his back, in the back of his head?
Oh shit, he does.
Yeah. The
Boom!
Yeah.
I think this
Saved
is about
by
to
the
get
Cox.
cool.
So I'd like to activate one of my ciphers and target this sheet of metal in his head. And depending on what you'll let me do, I either want to just control him or control that piece of metal to come out, maybe ripping his head off, or just throw his body in front of me to where it doesn't move. So I'm using Magnetic Master.
Let's see. You establish connection with one metal object. You can move or manipulate it anywhere within short range. Drag a helm affixed to a foe's head to and fro. You know what? I'm going to say it's a might test to see how forceful you can be with this movement. And either you're just going to be able to like throw him, or if you score high enough, you're going to be able to like rip his head off.
Okay.
Or rip this stuff out of his head.
Well, I would like to use Muscles of Iron. To
reduces the difficulty of that.
Cost 1 might. So once again, I'm back at 4. Thanks, Wheat. And I'd like to use effort on this as well, reducing it again. Can I do that?
Yep.
How much does that use? 2 might?
Effort uses another 2 points because it would be 3, but you have one.
Okay.
One edge. So yep.
Okay. And here's the roll. 13.
Okay, so you can easily throw him and deal 6 points of damage with the toss, but you don't yank it out of his head. You still have a grip, so to speak, on the metal on his head. So you've still got that advantage to you.
Okay.
Yeah, totally cool. Awesome. So. Amelia.
Yeah.
You gonna try to onslaught him again? He's still
yes.
he's been tossed up near the fire. So now the grueling Mentat is in light and you can see him more easily.
Okay, then I definitely want to make the roll again.
Oh yeah, you nail him with an onslaught. What does it look like when you hit something with an onslaught?
Well, as we kind of described, as like a beam of energy begins to ripple from sort of a focal point from my head, and it sort of like makes this purple fine light, almost like a fine string, and it actually like snaps so hard that you hear like a snap, and then he just goes flying backwards.
Very nice. How much damage do you deal with that?
It does 4 points of damage on a short range, which you said was like within
50 feet.
Yeah, so 4 points.
You're totally good. So good, excellent. You just like give him a fierce body blow with this onslaught, and he gets punched and rolls out towards the edge of the fire. Are we finding out, JP, that you didn't have to spend that extra might point?
Yeah, Muscles of Might last 10 minutes. So is it like D&D
totally
where one
good.
round is 1 minute, or?
No, one round is like 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So this is good for this entire fight, and then 10 minutes after it, basically. Cool. Amelia, that was quite effective. Pocket, you want to try another arrow? You've got a clear line of sight, clear lighting on this creature now.
But it's right next to the fire? Or how close relative to the fire? I mean, can I kill it with daggers? Do I need to fire an arrow?
Well, you're still up in the tree, right?
Yeah, that's true. I have not. I'm going to shoot with an arrow because that's cooler. All right. So I will attempt with the arrow, but I will use take advantage because I assume he's beat up, hurt, weak, etc. Mm-hmm. So I will do that.
Awesome.
And I will again try my hardest to actually do damage.
Take advantage reduces the difficulty by 1 step.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. You hit. Your arrow thuds solidly into his neck, and black blood goes spurting out the other side into the fire, hissing loudly and unleashing the acrid stench of burning blood as he collapses, his face falling into the fire and his flesh searing as he dies.
I turn to Pocket and say, "Nicely done."
And I turn to you and say, "He always wanted to be a red face." And I jump out of the tree because his face is on fire. Boom. And I jump out.
I love it.
I make a smirk at his joke.
Good. I'm glad someone did.
Great. Bleen, it looks like someone tied your feet together.
I noticed this now.
Yeah. Now that the fighting is over and you try to stand up and walk back up the hill, you can realize that.
Wait. So this guy was near the fire that I was fighting?
Yeah, because you grabbed the metal stuff on the back of his head and tossed him up the hill, and he landed with a thud near the fire.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I lean over and tried to undo the knot.
It's not that hard. It looked like a pretty stupid knot.
Okay.
Worked on you.
I take a couple of deep breaths and meditate for a second to calm myself down, and then walk up the hill. Just be like, "Is everyone all right? Are we okay? Is it all good?"
I nod.
I nod and climb back up the tree to go back to sleep.
Everybody seems pretty
totally
good.
Unfazed.
And I tell him, "Would you like me to take over watch? Seems like you might need."
How far into this watch
rest.
was mine, Steve?
Like 2/3.
Yeah. I just like that. That'd be nice. I would like that. Did you search his body?
He's wearing a loincloth. His head is also starting to burn.
Can I go rip the piece of metal out of his head?
You can pull him out of the fire and wait for the metal in his head to cool.
Yeah. Okay. Before I go to sleep, I just pull the body out of the fire. Be like.
Or actually, you could probably even try to use your magnetic master to wrench the metal out of his head.
Yeah, if I can. I don't want to do that with metal that has potentially been sitting on a fire for a couple minutes. I don't want to burn my hand.
Use your tentacle cozy.
Oh, but you've got the magnetic, sort of connection to it, right? So you don't have to
wrap it
touch
around your hand.
Oh, okay.
And then you can.
Yeah. Well, I'll just rip that out then, to the best of my ability.
So you just tweak the glove that you've worn on your hand, and the metal that's inside of his head just comes squelching out through his burning skull. And it's quite hot. It's glowing red in the night air, and it's this filigree of wires that apparently were laced all within his brain, and then sort of a collection of antennas that was sticking out the back. And there's one very long one that's pulling all out of his spine as you pull it out of the back of his neck, and it floats in the air in front of your hand.
Yummy.
Does it look like it would be valuable, or I could sell it to anyone?
It definitely looks like the kind of thing an Eon Priest would be interested in.
Yeah, okay.
So, Nicodemus might find it very curious.
Does it look like we could eat this creature, or would it not be healthy for us?
I had some of him. I had some of them when we were back in the thing. They're not bad. Tastes like chicken.
All right. So maybe make some rations out of it.
Creature. Yeah.
How many rations?
Are you trying to prepare the body, AAA?
Sure. Breakfast for everybody when they wake up.
Would you roll an intellect check?
All right.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. AAA.
The one time I roll well, it's because I'm cooking something.
Hey,
Crack.
So good at cooking. AAA, you notice as you are like stripping the flesh from this body that this guy has actually a big burn across his chest that was not from the fire or the fight, to the best of your recollection.
Does it look to be in a certain shape, like a branding or something like that?
It's kind of a sinuous curve across his chest. It doesn't look like a brand or any sort of symbol or anything like that. It's just a burn. But you don't know what it came from.
Okay.
Okay, so you managed to like cut up a bunch of, flank steaks of grueling mentat. And I guess, are you just like trying to smoke them over the fire or whatever?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so that's what you do for your watch. Dawn comes early with rosy fingers, and let's find out what happens on the next day after we take a break.
Perfect. We'll take our first break of the day. We're going till midnight tonight, so we got about midnight Eastern. So what is that? Hour and a half? 3 hours left?
2.5.
2.5?
2.5.
Perfect. Take our first break, and we'll be right back after that. See you guys then.